In this video, I'm going to answer some of the most commonly asked questions about low content and book publishing on Amazon KDP. Welcome to my channel. My name is Caroline, and I make videos to help you master your mindset and make money online so that you can build a life you love. There are so many people interested in publishing on KDP and publishing low content books. And I see, and I get myself, the same questions being asked over and over. And so I thought it would be really helpful just to answer all those questions in one video and just have them in one easy place for you to find if you ever happen to have any of these questions yourself. Now, before we do get any further into the video, I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators, where you can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and just get lost in creativity. I have really found value in this online learning community, and over the past couple months have been going through some of their classes. I am a huge advocate for self-education and always learning new skills and upgrading existing skills and just always learning new things. There are thousands of classes available over a huge range of different topics, but personally, I've been enjoying their classes around graphic design lately. As you know, when we create books to publish in KDP, the cover is what sells the book, since that's what makes a customer click on our listing. So if our covers aren't appealing to the customer, they will just scroll on by. But for me, most recently, I've been inspired by this particular class, Graphic Design Basics, Core Principles for Visual Design, which is presented by the co-directors of Maryland Institute College of Art, who run the graphic design MFA program, Ellen Lupton and Jennifer Cole Phillips. And this class is inspired by the principles that they actually teach at Micah. And being self-taught in graphic design, I'm always wanting to learn the core principles of graphic design because I want to make sure that I'm designing covers and books that are aesthetically pleasing and convey the message that I want to convey in my designs. And what else is really great is that their classes are 60 minutes or less. And when you join, you can try one of Skillshare's live classes, experience real-time inspiration as you connect with popular teachers while watching and working alongside other members. Skillshare is a platform specifically curated for online learning, which means there are no ads and they are always launching new premium classes. So you can stay focused on your goals and getting the skills that you need to keep moving forward. If you are interested in joining us over at Skillshare, they are offering a 1-month free trial, so you can head on over, check out the classes and see what it's all about and learn something new. I will pop a link in the description box below, and the first 1,000 of my subscribers who do take advantage of that link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can go and start exploring your creativity today. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Now, this isn't an exhaustive list, but these are just some of the most common ones that I see, so let's get started. Is KDP oversaturated? No. KDP is not oversaturated. There may be certain niches which are very hard to rank a book in, which could be considered that it's an oversaturated niche. Think things like animal coloring book or a mandala coloring book, a general word search book, or some sort of general puzzle book. These are all very high level, highly competitive niches, but you just need to find the niches where there is still some space to make sales in. I myself have provided many videos where I talk about niches and I give away specific niches that aren't overly competitive, aren't saturated, that you can go check out. And there are also lots of other YouTube channels that talk about low content book publishing that also have lots of videos on niches. So you can go check out any of those channels to help you get started in finding these kind of niches. But at the end of the day, KDP itself, low content book publishing, is not oversaturated. Can I change my title and subtitle? No. If your book is already published, you cannot change your title and subtitle. If you have realized you've made a spelling mistake or something like that in your title, email KDP support and let them know, ask them to fix it, and they will do that for you. But if you just want to change your title and subtitle to something else, you will have to create a whole new book listing with your new title and subtitle, and either keep the other book uploaded on Amazon or just unpublish the other book if you do not want to have the one live with the title that you don't want. How easy is KDP? to be honest, not very easy. It's not an easy business model. It's not an easy get rich quick kind of deal. KDP is quite hard work, and that is regardless of whether you are publishing high content books or low content books. Overall, KDP as a business is not that easy. There are lots of people who have jumped onto this business model recently, so there are a lot more people competing for space on the Amazon marketplace. People are uploading the same books, so you're competing with hundreds, maybe even thousands of books, basically the same as yours. And so you have a lot of work to do to get customers to buy your book over everybody else's. And so you're going to have to do a lot of work in terms of promoting your book, marketing your book. It's not the kind of deal where you can just upload your book and it sells by itself. A couple of years ago, that was probably possible. And when you hear people talking about how easy low content book publishing is and how you can get organic sales really easily and all that sort of stuff, that could be someone who has been in the business for a while, and maybe when they first started publishing, that was what it was like. But because there are so many people publishing low content books now on KDP, it is not that easy, and you really do have to put in work and effort to get your books sold and to get them ranked and to get customers to choose yours over all the other books out there. So no, it is not very easy in that sense. Can I use this image in my book or on my cover? If you want to use stock images in your books or on the cover of your books, you really need to familiarize yourself with licensing and what licenses mean for each photo or image that you want to use. Every image has a different license. So not all images fall under the same license, and not all free images mean that you can use them for certain things. Whatever that image is allowed to be used for is up to the owner of that image and what they have decided that you can do with it. And it's up to you and only you to understand the license and understand what you can and can't use that image for. Don't go onto Facebook, into Facebook groups, asking other people if you're allowed to use an image. That will only get you into trouble. The people who come back and answer you, you don't know what their skills are, what their understanding is of the license, or even if they've looked at the license of your image, if they know what image it is you want to use. So you can't go on somebody else's say so that it's okay to use that image when they probably really don't know. And if you get in trouble for using an image and somebody else has told you it's okay, they're not going to get into trouble for it. You are. So make sure that you know what license an image has and what you are allowed to do with that image. And just as a little tip, a lot of the time, anywhere that offers free images usually means that those images cannot be used for commercial use. They are usually only allowed for personal use. It's not the case with every free image. There are quite a few free stock image websites out there. Still, double check the licenses. A lot of time, free images you cannot use for commercial purposes. Is KDP a scam? Of course it's not a scam. To me, scams usually imply handing over money or something like that in return of a promise of something greater. KDP is completely free to start. But if there are people out there saying that it's a scam, personally, I feel that they maybe gave it a try, it didn't work for them, and they didn't put the effort in or the work in to figure out what they did wrong or how to make it work. And so they just assume it's the system, it's not them, and so it's a scam. There is so much evidence out there online, on YouTube, of so many people making money self-publishing books on KDP, and that's with both low content books and high content books. And just going back to the question earlier about whether KDP is easy, it's not, and it's something that you have to work at, and you have to figure out what works for you, figure out your target and your customers and what they want, and you need to promote your books or your brand the right way, and eventually things will fall into place. Can I have more than one KDP account? No, you can only have one KDP account, and if your account gets terminated, you are not allowed to open another account. Can I sell my book elsewhere? Yes, you can sell your book pretty much anywhere that you want, but you will need to provide your own ISBN for the book and not use the free ones that are provided by KDP. You can purchase an ISBN online, and you need to purchase it from the country that you reside in, regardless of where you sell your books. So each country has its own authorized seller of ISBNs. There is only one place that you can usually buy them in each country, and that's where you need to get them from. Now, there is a slight exception here. If, for example, you are selling a paperback book on Amazon KDP and you decide you want to sell a hardcover version of that book somewhere else, that is totally fine to use the free KDP ISBN for the paperback and then get another ISBN for the hardcover, because in book publishing, every version of a book has to have its own unique ISBN. So the same book, which is in paperback and hardcover, has to have different ISBNs anyway. So if that's the case, that's the only time where you can still use the free KDP ISBN and sell the hardcover somewhere else. How can I get more sales? I think that everybody who comes into low content book publishing thinks that you just pop your books up onto Amazon and instantly, out of nowhere, customers just find your book and start buying it and you start making money. We all wish this was the case, but sadly it's not. In fact, if you yourself don't do any kind of active promotion on any of your books, especially when it's first published, Amazon will do little to internally promote your book and get it up there in the search results. So you have to help Amazon in the beginning, and you do that by sending new customers to your Amazon listings, especially, like I say, when the book is newly published. So you can do this by promoting the books off of Amazon, and you can do this through social media. Build a brand and promote it through places like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. Create an email list so that whenever you have a new book launching, or even if you just want to direct customers to your existing lists of books, you can email them and promote to the people on your email list. They're on your email list, so obviously they're interested in what it is that you're offering. So there's a good chance that promoting through email list really helps sales. And you can even do things like influencer marketing. So this is where you would find someone on social media who has a loyal following. You can send them a book and ask them if they would review it, or you can even pay them to promote your books on their accounts. You can run Amazon ads to your book listings, and you can even run ads on Facebook and Instagram, or even Pinterest. How many books do I need to publish before I start making money? I really wish I could give you some magic number that means when you get to this number, you will be guaranteed to start making money, but unfortunately there isn't. It isn't about how many books that you publish. Obviously, the more books that you make, the more chance that you have of one of them hitting the mark and making sales. Or you could upload hundreds, even thousands of books, because surely a small percentage of them has to sell, even if it's only once or twice a month. But having so many books in your account, eventually those 1 or 2 sales a month would add up. But if you get your niche research, your product, and your marketing right, and you create a really high quality book that customers are actually searching for and that they really like when they receive it, you can make sales just from one book. It's different for everybody, but you just have to focus on making really high quality books that customers on Amazon are actually searching for. Why was my title or subtitle rejected? Whenever you get a book rejected, or even if you got your account terminated, Amazon emails you and they will tell you why they have rejected your book or why they have terminated your account. You just need to read these emails. They can sometimes be a little vague, or they can sometimes have multiple reasons why, not giving you the one specific reason why your book has been rejected. So if you are still unsure, just email them back and ask for clarification. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. But in terms of a title or a subtitle being rejected, usually it's because you've used a trademarked phrase, or you have used repetitive words. So you may have repeated a word that's in your title in your subtitle, or maybe you've used a phrase that isn't allowed. So perhaps referencing something to do with the price, something to do with it being on sale, or maybe even saying something like, "This is the best book ever." If you make yourself familiar with the KDP guidelines, usually you can avoid getting your books rejected the first time. Can I ask for reviews on my books? So this is a really big one, a question I see all the time, and there is so much differing opinions on this. Some people say definitely not, you cannot ask for reviews, and if you do, you're going to get your account terminated. It's against Amazon's rules. But actually you can ask for reviews. What you can't ask for is a 5-star review or a positive review. If you ask for a review, you have to ask for an honest review. That's it. That's all you're allowed to ask for. Can I do this from insert country. Yes, you can do this from any country in the world. How many pen names can I use? You can use as many pen names as you want, but you are limited to how many author central accounts you can have. So just keep that in mind, that if you do have many pen names, you may not be able to have author central accounts for all of them. How much does it cost to get started on KDP? Well, you can start KDP for absolutely nothing, completely free. It's free to start a KDP account and start publishing books there. There are free graphic design options to create your books in, like Canva. You can use some of the free interiors that are available out there online. So similar to the ones I showed in the BookBolt account, they have some free interiors if you do not want to create your interiors from scratch. I would really only use the free stuff as a starting point though, personally, because I do feel like the free things are fairly limited, and while you can create some basic things with free softwares, at some point you want to improve and you want to start making better books, higher quality books, more professional looking books. And I really don't feel like you can do that with free software. At some point, you should really want to invest in getting things that can help you create higher quality books. And that's even if it's something as simple as just upgrading to the Canva Pro account. Doing something as simple as that would just give you so much more in terms of getting access to more better graphics and fonts, things that will just really help you create such higher quality books and really just help you have better design ability. So that's all the questions I will be answering in this video. I really do hope I have helped answer some questions that you may have had. Has this video been helpful? Do you like this Q&A type of video? If you do, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.